All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a card that's, a true legend in personal finance, the Citi Double Cash. I mean, for years, this thing has been the benchmark. It's the card everyone talks about, a staple in millions of wallets. And you see it praised everywhere. NerdWallet, the Points Guy, Bankrate, all for one really simple but super powerful reason.
But, the market's gotten super competitive. So the big question is, does it still deserve that top spot? What's so fascinating about this card is that it's almost like it has two different personalities. For one person, it's a super simple cashback machine. For another, it's this incredible tool for managing your finances. So that's how we're going to tackle it today, like a two-sided coin, to figure out if it's the right fit for your wallet.
So here's what's on deck. First, we'll look at its status as the 2% cashback king. Then we'll flip it over and see how it's a powerful debt-busting tool. Of course, we've got to talk about the unseen costs and downsides. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, unlocking its full potential. And we'll wrap it all up with the final verdict so you can make your move.
Okay, let's jump right in. We'll start with the side of the coin this card is best known for. We're talking about its role as a simple, no-fuss cashback engine. This is for all of you out there who just want to earn great rewards without a ton of effort.
2%. This right here, this is the core promise. An effective 2% cashback on, everything. And there's no annual fee. In a world full of complicated reward systems, that simplicity, that's its superpower. I mean, think about it. WalletHub says the average cashback card only gives you about 1.17%. So getting a flat 2% on literally every single thing you buy is, it's a huge deal. And the best part? There's no limit to how much you can earn.
But here's where it gets kind of unique. How you get that 2%. It's actually a two-step dance. You earn 1% when you swipe the card or, tap it. Then you get that second 1% as you pay your bill. It's a pretty clever way to encourage you to pay off your balance, right? It rewards good financial habits. And just so we're clear, you earn that second percent on whatever amount you pay, as long as you hit that minimum payment on time.
This is why it's so perfect for the set it and forget it crowd. A $0 annual fee means it costs you nothing to keep in your wallet. And you don't have to play any games. No rotating categories to keep track of. No trying to remember, wait, is it groceries this month or gas stations? It just becomes your workhorse card for everything that doesn't already get you a bigger bonus somewhere else. And this is key, we'll come back to this. Your rewards are actually earned as flexible Citi thank you points. That gives you way more options than just cash.
And this quote from the Points Guy, it just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the card's reputation. The value is just so simple and clear, it makes it an easy recommendation. It's a workhorse, it's reliable. For a lot of people, this is the perfect base to build a really solid, simple reward strategy on.
Okay, so now let's flip that coin over. Because the Double Cash isn't just about earning points. It's also one of the absolute best tools you can find for knocking out that nasty high-interest credit card debt. This side of the card is for what we'll call the smart consolidator.
All right, quick refresher. What exactly is a balance transfer? It's pretty simple. You take the debt you have on a high-interest card, we're talking 20, 25%, you know the drill, and you move it to a new card that's offering you 0% interest for a while. The whole point is to stop the bleeding, to stop throwing away money on interest so you can actually chip away at the money you owe, the principal, and do it way faster.
And this is where the Double Cash is an absolute superstar as a debt tool. 18 months. You get a full year and a half with 0% interest on any balance you transfer. That is one of the longest intro periods you're going to find, especially on a card that also gives you great rewards. It's just a massive runway to attack your debt without interest getting in the way.
0%. That is the magic number. Think about it. When you're paying 20% interest, a huge chunk of your payment just vanishes, eaten by interest. But at 0%, every single dollar you pay goes straight to wiping out what you actually owe. This can literally save you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. It can get you out of debt so much faster. And check out this real-world example from a user on the MyFICO forums. It shows you just how powerful this is. They had about $4,500 in debt. With that 18-month, 0% window, paying it off suddenly becomes a really simple math problem. It works out to just $250 a month. No more stress, no more guesswork, just a clear, manageable plan to become debt-free. That's a game changer.
Okay, so the card sounds pretty great, right?
two powerful upsides, but you know it's coming. We have to talk about the fine print. No card is perfect, and the Citi Double Cash definitely has some important trade-offs, some hidden costs you absolutely need to know about before you jump in.
And here's probably the biggest one. It's a classic pro-con situation. That $0 annual fee is amazing for using it at home, but that 3% foreign transaction fee? That makes it a terrible choice for using abroad. I mean, that fee doesn't just reduce your rewards, it completely wipes out your 2% cash back and then some. So if you travel internationally a lot, just leave this one at home.
Let's quickly run through some other really critical details. First, and please listen to this one, it's huge, that 0% interest deal is only for balance transfers. It does not apply to new purchases. So if you transfer a balance and then go buy something with the card, you'll start paying the regular, high-interest rate on that new purchase right away. It's a really common trap, and it can be super costly. Okay, second, doing the transfer isn't totally free. There's a balance transfer fee. Third, you don't get any cash back on the debt you move over, only on new spending. And finally, just a practical heads up, it's a MasterCard. That means you can't use it inside a US Costco store.
Okay, so we've talked about the simple user and the person paying down debt. But there's a third way to use this card. This is for the reward strategists out there, the power users. For those of you who love to squeeze every last drop of value out of your points, there's a way to turn this simple cashback card into an absolute travel rewards machine. But, and it's a big but, it means pairing it with another specific Citi card.
So the secret sauce here is that your rewards aren't really cash. They're actually Citi thank you points. Now, if you only have the Double Cash card, each point is worth 1 cent. Simple. But the thank you point system is part of a much bigger world. It has a whole network of transfer partners, airlines, hotels. Think Air France, Avianca Life Miles, Virgin Atlantic.
And this is where the strategy comes in. The value of your points completely changes depending on whether you pair this card. As you can see on this chart, if you just have the Double Cash, your transfer ratios to airlines, they're not great. But look what happens when you also have a premium card like the Citi Strata Premier. All of a sudden, you unlock these awesome one-to-one transfer ratios. Your 2% cash back basically becomes 2 airline miles for every dollar you spend. And since travel experts will tell you those miles are often worth way more than 1 cent apiece, this little trick massively boosts your return. We're talking about turning points from buying groceries into a business class flight. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've looked at this card from every angle. We've seen its beautiful simplicity, its power for crushing debt, its downsides, and that hidden power user potential. So now it's decision time. Is the Citi Double Cash the right move for your wallet?
So let's break it down. Who is this card a total home run for? I see 3 clear winners. First, the simple saver. You just want a great flat rate on everything, no fuss. Second, the debt consolidator. You need that long 0% runway to pay things down. And third, the Citi Power user. You're pairing it with another card to get maximum travel value. Now, who should probably take a pass? Definitely the frequent traveler because of that foreign fee. Also the bonus maximizer, someone who really focuses their spending in categories where other cards pay 3, 4, even 5% back. And finally, the big purchaser who needs that 0% intro rate on new stuff, not on a balance transfer.
I love this quote from a bank rate editor because it just hits the nail on the head. It shows you the card's real, everyday value. Even if you're someone who has a bunch of different cards, the Double Cash fills this really important gap. It's the perfect card for all those random expenses, your car insurance bill, a surprise vet visit, getting your car fixed, you know, all the stuff where your other fancy cards would only give you 1% back. This card makes sure you are never, ever leaving money on the table.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought. A question, really, for you to think about. The Citi Double Cash is, without a doubt, still a major player. But whether it's right for you, well, that totally depends on what your wallet needs most right now. Are you craving that beautiful simplicity of 2% back on everything, no questions asked? Or are you more of a strategist, looking for that one perfect piece to complete your high-powered rewards puzzle? Figure that out and you'll have your answer. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.